I have good news for everyone. We got a 3-star. I know some of you were disappointed the past few days. We would get all these 4 stars, and that's just not our MO. We are 3-star U. We're back to getting 3 stars at Oklahoma. I know a lot of you out there are very happy about this development. So Logan Howland, 3-star offensive tackle out of New Jersey. New Jersey, mind you. Going to be a good day for Oklahoma. Good day for Bill Bedenbaugh. 6'7", 280-pound offensive tackle. And in all seriousness, now you're saying he's a 3-star. What's special about this guy? Iowa wanted him on offensive line. There's a handful of schools out there that really produce a lot of offensive linemen. OU's one of them. But you know who else produces pretty good offensive linemen? Iowa. Iowa's really good at the O-line. So, Mr. Ferentz wants him. I want him too. And I believe this makes the I want to say the 5th guy who took that. There was that big June 3rd visit where a ton of guys, like this is our 5th guy to be committed. And just recently too, I'm just kind of going down the list here of some big names that made that visit. Let's see, Jackson R was there, but he was already committed. Shajakwatz Petaway was there. He committed recently. Caden Green just the other day. He committed. Samuel Omasigo, he committed on the 30th of June. Phil Pigliotti, just recently as well. Another 3-star composite, 4-star on Rivals. Help me figure that out, but he becomes the next one. So other guys like Dylan Edwards, who we missed out on, he went to K-State. He was highly touted. Just trying to think of other guys who picked elsewhere. That are notable. Richard Young, at least he's a 2024 guy. I could be wrong on that. He's a big-time running back. No, he's 23, my bad. So I thought he was 24. Anthony Hill, who he whittled down to his final 2. He's A&M or Texas. So it was a huge visiting recruiting weekend for OU. And so you get 5 guys from that visit with just over a dozen guys coming to take a look at campus and get a feel for the program. That's not too shabby. So, it's been a good weekend for Bill Bedenbaugh. It's been a good week for OU overall because, yesterday I said, they'll get in the top 25. They're like number 18 in the composite right now. I don't know if it's updated yet because these things take time. Let me just refresh to see. Still 18 on the composite right now, but regardless of what happens today, we'll talk about tomorrow in a moment, but OU's very, very, very likely going to be be in the top 10 recruiting rankings after this time tomorrow because we're not done yet. So I've been talking about PJ Adewabari. I'm going to butcher that name till the end of time. He finally announced that he's committing this time tomorrow. I'm recording this like early evening, late afternoon. So around 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow, he will be committing, and all signs point to the good guys. I'll save that for tomorrow, but be excited about that one. But as for today, another potential really good offensive line. That's all I can say is that, again, I've said this. There's been so many commitments the past few days. I can't keep up. I feel like I'm repeating myself because what more can you say? We were left for dead by a lot of people. We were in the 30s and 40s in rankings, and everyone wants to judge a recruiting class like what you are right now. And I'm not even going to judge this class right now the way it is because we'll be in the top 10 after tomorrow. And you know what? It's not going to stay there. It'll fluctuate because other schools are going to get commitments and we'll move up and down or however it goes. But Josh McCuistion said it best. We're going to really know what this class looks like by the time the season kicks off. Maybe even before that. There's a bunch of other guys we're going for. I think obviously the cherry on top is going to be David Hicks, the 5-star defensive end or defensive lineman. He's going to commit one of the All-American games or one of the All-Star games. So we got to wait till January to hear his official decision. The school he picks will likely know way ahead of time. So probably the whole silent commit thing. So I doubt there will be a 180 by then. But this has a chance to be a fringe top 5 class if everything goes right. Because like I mentioned before, we got one more tomorrow. Then we have the 14th. We have another potential commitment. And then things will kind of cool off a little bit because we'll have media days. And then we'll have a lot of guys potentially committing. 23rd, Peyton Kirkland is another guy, which I'm kind of on the fence about. It's not looking good for OU. But at the end of the month, LeBlanc is another guy who could commit. highly touted defensive lineman. I think he's like top 20 and 24/7, but in like rivals, he's like not even in the 250. It's weird. All the recruiting sites rankings are weird, but you know what? I still want the guy. And Florida's trying to hold out hope for LeBlanc, but we'll see. Uh, but yeah, it's fun just like looking at the potential of what this class alone could be, and how it was stripped away. Basically everything was like taken from us, like whether it was like who took them to SC with them or they decommitted and went elsewhere. So we're still gonna, it's not even the point of salvaging a class anymore. It's like this could end up being almost better than what we thought it could have been. So it's amazing how 6-7 months can change your the way you look at things, the way you look at things from above. And uh I'm trying to avoid the off season power creep for OU. I really am, because it's really easy to get excited. It's really easy to get hyped up. I'm really excited to watch this football team this year. Uh, I don't. I'm not gonna go crazy in predictions, or I know people say, "What are your predictions?" Like, I'm gonna save that for August. I still think it could be a Big 12 championship team. That's realistic aspirations right now, because I think everything has to go right for the ultimate goals, obviously. And I'm not going there because did that last year, and just because again we still have some unknowns. We still have to. There's still some little things that could turn into big things. Coaching style. What if Brent is terrible at managing his timeouts? Little things like that. You just don't know how it's going to go throughout the season. So, but still, I'm really excited for this team. I'm really excited for the future, because there's just an excitement level around recruiting again. And I mean, there was before, but it's different now, because you always felt you could get guys on the offensive side of the football. You had a shot at anybody. Almost anybody. You could get a great quarterback. You were in the running for the top wide receivers. If you didn't get the top tier wide receivers, as Ohio State gets those, it seems, you still got some really good ones, or you found someone in the portal, or you found someone JUCO. Offensive line with Beanbo was always building guys up. And with Schmitty back, I think it's going to be like the old, we're going to see some O-lines from like 16, 17, and 18 again. I think that's what we're going to see. But the other side of the football, it doesn't feel like, man, maybe if we're lucky, we'll get one top 100 player on defense, and if we're solid elsewhere, it doesn't feel like that anymore. It doesn't feel like we're hoping and praying that maybe if we can just get one or two guys. No, the defense is going to be good, man. Like, it feels different. It feels like we can get really good, high-quality players again on all levels of the defense, from secondary, backers, D-line. It feels like, I'm not saying we're getting like the top 10 players, the 5 stars, but you can get some high level 4 stars and you can build a really good defense around those guys. And that's just what it feels like, just witnessing everything and what could potentially happen down the road. So we're still waiting at the end of July. We're still hoping to flip a safety from Notre Dame. The Bowen kid, that's been kind of in the air for a long time. Still kind of waiting to see what happens there. There's nothing imminent, but it could happen whenever. But we still got a month and a half to go before the season starts, and it's exciting. OU football recruiting feels exciting again, because a couple weeks ago, left for dead. Now it's like we're the hot program right now, getting commits every day. So with that being said, I thought I'd be done today, but no, we got to do this again tomorrow. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? And I'll probably say a lot of the same stuff I'm saying here tomorrow, but you know what? Just makes it more fun. Just makes it more exciting. So with that being said, Boomer Sooner, I will catch you all later, and have a good weekend, guys.